So the fact that I have a bad emotion or bad feelings, but can absorb those feelings and then change them.
If you know Oprah Winfrey and often see her show, you are urged to write a comment with the number 1 if you have never heard of her. Kindly mark 2 in the remark area. People follow her so much, hence I am going to share with you something extremely fascinating. Powerful American media entrepreneur, television producer, talk show presenter, and actress Oprah Winfrey she hosts talks as well. Most people agree that the Oprah Winfrey Show is an innovative program. Many people hold her in great respect. However, she has not yet won over everybody. Join us as we look at the causes behind people's extreme dislike of Oprah Winfrey, and analyze the reasons behind various celebrities' loathing and even despising of her. Angelina Jolie. The first name on the list of well-known personalities without positive impressions of Oprah Winfrey is Angelina Jolie. The gulf between Angelina Jolie and Oprah started at the time Oprah was founding her leadership school for young women in South Africa. For her campaign, Oprah contacted Angelina Jolie in an attempt to get sponsorship, for which she required celebrity support. Given Angelina's well-known commitment to charitable causes, especially those with an eye toward Africa, Oprah was shocked by her decision to turn down help. This denial caused their relationship to become cold. Oprah's public alliance with Jennifer Aniston when she broke up her romance with Brad Pitt, who subsequently became Angelina's lover, might help to explain the fundamental problem. The Brad-Jennifer-Angelina triangle attracted close examination from the media, and public view on the matter was somewhat divided. One of the reasons Angelina refused to collaborate with Jennifer on the philanthropic project was her unhappiness with Oprah seeming to be supporting Jennifer. This seeming devotion caused the two well-known women, who were both respected in their respective fields but divided by their past relationships, to treat one another with frigid reception. Oprah has been making significant headway in her philanthropic activities and has interviewed several A-level celebrities. But Angelina Jolie has remained glaringly absent from Oprah's guest list, and you now know the reason for this. Jason Momoa. We now are moving on to another star whose sentiments for Oprah Winfrey may not be so friendly. Jason Momoa. The first celebrity we spoke about was Angelina Jolie. Recently, Jason created waves with a video he posted to his YouTube channel, advising visitors to steer clear of Maui after the catastrophic wildfires. He underlined especially the significance of making sure that, free from tourist load, people have access to essential supplies during these critical times. Oprah had recently bought land in Maui, hence the conflict, which was closely related to her, arose from this. Many, including Jason, have noticed Oprah's presence on the island, especially around the time the flames were raging. His message seemed to be pointing in her direction, suggesting that given the situation of the islander, the timing of her visits and activities would come out as cruel. Though he did not specifically identify her, his message looked to be aimed at her. It says volumes that Jason, who is well known for his deep connection to his Hawaiian background and his open attitude on environmental and community issues, favors the needs of the community over his fame. Unlike Oprah's constant quiet on the subject, he has developed a relationship with Dwayne Johnson to increase awareness and money for Maui. Rachel Ray. Among the numerous divisions that exist in the entertainment business, one of the most reported conflicts in Hollywood involves well-known chef Rachel Ray and Oprah Winfrey. Though their mentor-mentee relationship seemed to be developing, an incident in 2007 cast doubt on their partnership. According to reports, Rachel Ray was overheard on a night out disparaging statements about Oprah's heritage and skin tone and employing racial slights. Though she thought her remarks were private, they were overheard. This was a pivotal turning point when Rachel allegedly criticized Oprah, her previous supporter and producer of her talk program. Rachel's spokesman has responded to these accusations by claiming that the relevant conversation never happened. Conversely, the story was supported by a source, which offered even more alarming information. Though it never turned into a public conflict, rumors state that this event caused the relationship to sour. When rumors of the strain their relationship was under started to spread, Oprah herself never stepped forth to publicly address these accusations or intervene to help Rachel. To refute the idea that Rachel and Oprah's close friend Gayle King were having a conflict, Rachel's show featured her visiting. Gayle King made the appearance as the narrative was so strong. The allegations had a long-lasting impact even if public attempts were made to straighten things up. The notion that her relationship with Oprah, whom she had always admired, might be seen in such a negative manner really worried Rachel. She expressed her sorrow at the circumstances. Do you believe she was being sincere, or does she really hate Oprah? Chris Pine. Chris Pine, usually known for his key parts in major Hollywood films, also starred alongside Oprah Winfrey in the 2018 Disney picture A Wrinkle in Time. Although both of them are well-known celebrities, it has been hypothesized that the fact their interactions were limited throughout the movie may not be a coincidence. Chris has been somewhat reserved in sharing his experience working on this project with Oprah. This is true even though Oprah has had a remarkable career filled with many great acting roles, like those in The Color Purple, and she is a well-known television presenter known for her philanthropy and motivating comments. In the few occasions Chris has addressed Oprah, his comments have been brief and cautious, suggesting a hesitation to be honest. Some individuals see this as a sign of underlying conflict. This reserved approach has led to mistrust about the real nature of their relationship when they are not under public attention. Moreover, Oprah has not starred in any movie since A Wrinkle in Time came out. Some conjecture that her choice may have had influence from unseen encounters with co-stars like Chris. Do you know anything further about this supposed conflict? Ludacris, the rapper and actor, is one of the celebrities who strongly dislikes Oprah Winfrey. This is so since his experience on her show was really bad. Ludacris intended to discuss the film Crash when he appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 2004. Instead, the conversation turned out rather differently. Rather than focusing on the movie, Oprah shifted the conversation to critique of hip-hop music, particularly criticizing Ludacris's use of racial epithets and harsh language directed toward women in his songs. Ludacris felt as if this part of the show had startled him, as the main topic of conversation was supposed to be the movie rather than his musical career. Oprah reportedly changed the conversation so that she emphasized her criticisms while downplaying his remarks, therefore implying that he had no defense against her allegations. Ludacris says this helped the problem to become worse. Ludacris was seen in a negative light as a consequence of this editing choice. He felt that this was unfair given the context of his performance, that of his acting rather than his music. Ludacris also said that Oprah met with him behind the scenes to express her worries about giving rappers a stage on her show. His admission followed the performance. Ludacris related the sensation to being in someone's home when they did not want you there, and this interaction made him feel far more uneasy than he had previously. First of all, why would you want them on the show? Whoopi Goldberg. Between two legendary personalities in the entertainment business, Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg, there existed a protracted period of misinterpretation. Many individuals so thought they were having arguments with each other. A misinterpretation that happened soon after their 1985 collaboration on the seminal film The Color Purple caused them to spend years apart without any direct contact. The issue stemmed from a mutual misinterpretation of each other's feelings, rather than from any real conflict that had developed between the two parties. After The Color Purple came out, Oprah Winfrey assumed that Whoopi Goldberg harbored negative feelings toward her. The misconception started from this. This idea led Oprah to avoid offering any suggestions to Whoopi on either personal or business commitments. She thought Whoopi did not want to engage with her. On the other side, Whoopi believed that Oprah was enraged with her even though she was not sure why. Their silent standoff lasted for years as they depended only on their assumptions and did not interact personally. Following a casual meeting at Tyler Perry's house, where they were both guests, in 2010, they at last cleared the miscommunication that had been running underfoot. Over collard greens, a heart-to-heart conversation helped to ease their conflict. Whoopi opened the conversation by asking Oprah straight if she had done anything that angered her. Oprah was taken aback by Whoopi's inquiry and said that she had also felt quite hostile. The fact that this is something that also occurs to common people shows that even A-list superstars may suffer with communicating. Ice Cube. Oprah certainly has a lot of issues with many different Hollywood celebrities, and Ice Cube is one of them. He claims to have been often excluded from her program. This conflict initially surfaced in many of his projects, including the divisive television show Black White and the movie Barbershop. Though other cast members were invited to see it, Ice Cube was conspicuously left off Oprah's guest list. This was in spite of these works' great popularity. This ongoing pattern of exclusion confounds and irritates Ice Cube, who believes the iconic talk show host has sidelined him. Ice Cube voiced his displeasure with the fact he has been passed on the chance to guest on many television programs, including The View and The Oprah Winfrey Show, during an interview with Tucker Carlson. It is his viewpoint that the creators of The View hinted subtly about the potential that his political views affected the choice. Ice Cube values his individuality and the chance to express himself highly. Hence, he finds this to be very disturbing. Moreover, the fact that Oprah has pasted superstars with questionable backgrounds fuels Ice Cube's discontent. This is much different from her refusal to include him, a well-known producer and artist known for his story of climbing from poverty to riches. These discrepancies in guest choice have not only damaged his friendship with Oprah, but also exposed, in a public venue, the apparent discrimination in the booking policies of her show. Not just Ludacris, but even other rappers have a bad opinion of Oprah Winfrey. 50 Cent. Not even 50 Cent likes the celebrity under discussion. Since the early 2000s, when 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, was ascending the star ladder, they had been in conflict with one another. To celebrate his achievements, he had scheduled a visit to Oprah's talk program. He aimed to do this, especially wanted to satisfy his grandma. On her show, Oprah, however, slammed his music, saying his songs honor gun murder and are misogynistic. She also said that his music was very aggressive. Oprah's public criticism led 50 Cent to decide to play the role of her opponent instead of trying reconciliation. He expressed the view that they may as well be rivals if they were unable to be friends. This rivalry also led him to choose to call his dog Oprah and ridicule the reality that most of her audience consists of elderly white women. In his book Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, 50 Cent addresses this problem, stressing his discontent with Oprah's judgment of his efforts. He argues that as an artist, he should not be limited by the concept of what is right that is held by another individual in the same way as directors are not forbidden for conveying truth via their works. The rapper's discontent with Oprah has resurfaced recently as a consequence of her involvement in movies, focusing on accusations of plagiarism directed at eminent black men such as Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons. In his critique of Oprah, 50 Cent noted that while she kept quiet on well-known figures like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, she looked to be hitting mostly black men. This problem was expressed on his Instagram account, where he said that the films in issue help to create a narrative that assumes guilt before proving innocence, therefore unfairly damaging reputations. Monique. Don Lehman interviewed Monique, who is off-screen known as Monique Angela Hicks. Monique voiced her worries and openly attacked Oprah Winfrey throughout the interview. She is mostly unhappy as she believes Oprah was in charge of keeping her out of the entertainment industry. The claim centers on Monique's refusal to participate in the 2009 film Precious's promotional tour, despite having an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her work in the movie. Rumors abound that Oprah, Precious's executive producer, objected to Monique's choice to refrain from campaigning at the Oscars. Monique believes her marginalizing in the Hollywood business resulted from her choice. Monique shared the complexity of her feelings for Oprah during the talk she had with Don Lehman. She said that while she does not hate Oprah, she wants to really reestablish her connection with the black community. Monique's comment, in which she expresses her need for Oprah to restore her black identity, captures a more severe critique of Oprah's dedication and identity within the black community. Monique underlined this point even further when she mentioned a past remark made by Oprah that said she wished she was white when she was younger. Monique encouraged Oprah to be more vocal about the difficulties black women face working in the entertainment industry. Monique questioned when Oprah decided to embrace her black identity. Sidney Hicks, husband and manager of Monique, also participated in the argument. He urged Don to remember any major presentations Oprah had done about the abuse of black women in the entertainment business. Sydney's interruption brought attention to how both of them see Oprah's attempts at media black empowerment to be either insufficient or non-existent. Sealed. Every time we talk about well-known personalities who criticize Oprah, we should include Seal, directed at Oprah Winfrey. The divisive image the British singer posted on Instagram in January 2018, just after the Golden Globes, sparked instant controversy. This drew the singer under a lot of media notice. The meme contained many pictures showing Oprah with Harvey Weinstein, the movie magnate allegedly guilty of sexual assault. From the look of one of the pictures, Oprah looked to be bringing singer Rita Ora to Harvey, suggesting her participation in his behavior. Seal characterized the meme he was utilizing with sharpness and causticism. Oprah said that she had heard rumors about Weinstein's behavior, but he acted as if she knew nothing about the truth that he had attacked young women with starry eyes many times. The meme itself conveys the idea about the scenario wherein someone has been a contributor to the problem for decades, but suddenly they are seen as the solution. Seal's piece was a direct attack on Oprah, claiming that while she knew about Harvey's misbehavior with Hollywood women, she either decided to say nothing or maybe take part in it. Online publication of Seal's statement. Letterman, David. Former late-night talk show presenter David Letterman is another individual seen as Oprah Winfrey's enemy in the field of conflicts among celebrities. Their long-standing hostility may be ascribed to a mix of public and private events that significantly affected the degree of conflict between them. At the 1995 Academy Awards, David made a particularly awful joke with actress Uma Thurman and Oprah that did not go well with many people. David himself admitted that their differences began long before that uncomfortable incident. David says the real start of the conflict came during a lunch meeting that would have looked to be entirely innocent. David and Oprah discovered they were eating at the same restaurant throughout the course of their separate travels. David told his waiter that Oprah had offered to cover his lunch bill. He was searching for a lighter and funny joke to tell. Though at the time he thought it funny, Oprah did not, and this incident set the stage for a long-standing bitterness between the two of them. Oprah's embarrassing appearance on David's show in 1989 contributed to the already existing animosity. The audience became agitated and hostile after an episode of her own show was judged controversial and emphasized devil worship, which resulted in the interview. This history makes her experience on David's show rather disturbing, particularly since David did not intervene to alter the audience's tone, which looked to be ready to criticize her. Rivers Joan. Joan Rivers was known for her sharp tongue and quick wit. However, her relationship with Oprah Winfrey was famously challenging. Their hostility was evident from the start, particularly on Oprah's first national television appearance on The Tonight Show in 1985, which Joan was hosting. During a moment that permanently changed Oprah, Joan publicly and unexpectedly embarrassed her based on her weight. Joan said, "So, how do you gain the weight?" Oprah was shocked, as she described in Food, Health and Happiness. Joan's inquiry caught her off target. Not only did this question make Oprah embarrassed, but it also profoundly affected her because the word fat kept haunting her in an unsettling way. Joan had more than just. She continued to push Oprah about her weight, even advising her to drop 15 pounds before the next time she hosted TV. Given the circumstances presented and the comment was made in public, receiving such a direct and personal critique was not only uncomfortable but also humiliating. Furthermore, according to insiders from the National Enquirer, Joan Rivers was claimed to have had very negative opinions about Oprah and to have called her totally opportunistic. Joan claims that Oprah's success came mostly from using people's emotions and suffering for the sake of raising her television rating. With her great contempt for the way Oprah ran her television company, she referred to her as the biggest phony in the world. Janet and Randy Jackson. At this point, we are talking about the conflict that exists between Oprah and Michael Jackson's family, more especially his siblings Janet and Randy Jackson. This argument reveals a deep sense of exploitation and betrayal they experience from the talk show presenter. When Oprah held an interview with Michael Jackson's children in 2010, Janet Jackson's discontent with her became public knowledge. Janet believed that Oprah was using the children for her personal gain by using them to raise her TV ratings, therefore abusing their vulnerability. On the day the episode was shot, Janet apparently had an enraged phone conversation with Oprah. She expressed her annoyance throughout the interview by telling Oprah she had made her sick. A source sent this material to the National Enquirer. Janet felt Michael would have been completely devastated to see his children used as pawns in such a situation. The same is true of Randy Jackson, who harbors strong resentment toward Oprah. Apart from the interview with Michael Jackson's children, an earlier one conducted in October 2010 with Joe and Katherine Jackson, the parents set off his wrath. Randy tweeted about Oprah's historical approach on Michael, especially during the child molestation trial he was attending in 2005, which helped him to realize the feelings he was experiencing. Randy said that in an attempt to turn public opinion against his brother, Oprah had deliberately presented a few episodes that begged questions during the trial. He expressed his belief that Oprah had always wanted Michael to be imprisoned and called her acts non-accidental. He also called her the one Michael would have wanted the least around his kids. Chris Brown. Oprah got into a battle with Chris Brown because she aired an episode on domestic violence just after he attacked Rihanna, his girlfriend at the time, in 2009. Oprah said unequivocally in that specific episode that he would hit Rihanna once again, which Chris Brown saw as a direct attack on him. Chris expressed his discontent with the circumstances and his sense of being duped in an interview with People magazine. Rather than openly criticize him, he thought Oprah, who he had helped by touring her African school, could have contacted him to help him grow from his mistakes. Chris's answer reflected his expectation of help or guidance from someone to whom he had before shown respect and contributed. He felt that Oprah's well-known platform might have been utilized to help with his recuperation and learning process, therefore transcending simple categorization. In response, an Oprah spokesman wrote a statement to TMZ acknowledging Chris's efforts but also stressing Oprah's strong stance on the issue of domestic abuse and her desire that Chris would obtain the appropriate help. Chris then expanded on his ideas by telling Hot 97, as reported by MTV News, that, as a young black man, he was looking for role models who could help guide and develop him rather than public celebrities who would criticize him. This was in reaction to his knowledge that public personalities may attack him. This mindset, in his view, was unproductive and did not assist in the process of learning from mistakes by experience. Roseanne. Roseanne Barr is hardly an anomaly among the celebrities who have expressed their contempt for Oprah Winfrey. The divide between Roseanne and Oprah became public known during the 2008 American presidential elections. Roseanne attacked Oprah for endorsing Barack Obama instead of Hillary Clinton, charging the media magnate of being a secret Republican who does not really help working American women. Roseanne's remarks aimed at Oprah. Roseanne said on her website that choosing Barack instead of Hillary was a disrespect to women, especially those who value more than just glitz, angels, Hollywood, and diets. Roseanne said she had been carried away as she had a preference for Hillary Clinton over Barack Obama, hence apologizing the following day. Her first forceful remarks were followed by an apology the next day. She had said she loved Oprah for her tremendous impact throughout her long career and regretted helping to sow the rift in the country. Though Roseanne had officially taken back her comment, the incident revealed her fundamental resentment with Oprah. After several years, Roseanne once again addressed the subject in 2018, albeit in a more lighthearted way. She joked about how, while loving Oprah as much as everyone else did, she felt she might be a better president than anyone else, including Susan Sarandon and even Donald Trump. John Franzen. Could Jonathan Franzen, the novelist, be in conflict with Oprah Winfrey? Have you ever wondered this? Their argument could have originated in 2001 when Jonathan openly criticized Oprah's book club just after the corrections. His work was selected for the contest. Vanity Fair revealed his worries expressed in an interview at a salon. He described in the interview the book club's choices as being one-dimensional and shallow. Jonathan worried that the Oprah Book Club insignia he intended to have on his book would be seen as a sign of corporate control, hence hiding his own creative identity. Oprah felt that this public criticism went against her. Hence, she chose to revoke her invitation to Jonathan to attend her program. This is a highly sought-after assignment that usually leads to a significant rise in book sales and author's reputation. Once Jonathan realized the probable impact it may have on his job, he hurriedly tried to resolve the issue. He expressed sadness, particularly as he recognized Oprah as a major contributor to the advancement of American literature and reading, and said his comments were taken out of context. In an interview with the New York Times, he expressed his sadness for hurting someone who really loved American writers. Though things started out rocky, it seems the two were able to atone with one another. By 2010, Oprah had already selected Freedom, Jonathan's next book for her book club, and she had even asked him to guest speak on her show. Although Jonathan's criticisms and fears of losing creative freedom were the initial sources of friction in their relationship, this reversal shows that both of them have transcended their early misunderstandings. What ideas about Oprah exist? Comment under here and let us know. Should you like seeing the video? Do give it a thumbs up. Clicking on one of the videos that is shown on the screen or glancing at the channel will reveal other videos that we have produced. I appreciate you visiting. I hope to see you once again not too far off.